name is Yoram Salinger and I'm the CEO of Perception Point. At Perception Point, we help enterprises protect against attacks that are leveraging content. Content is anything that has to do with files, URLs, and text. We're doing this across multiple channels. Email is obviously the main channel, but not just email. We're doing this for cloud storage, things like OneDrive, G Drive, Box, Dropbox, and for other collaboration channels like Zendesk and Salesforce. Email is still the main attack vectors that hackers are trying to leverage in order to penetrate organizations. In 2021, we've seen a dramatic increase in the number of attacks as well as sophistication of those attacks. Hackers are leveraging multiple techniques in order to penetrate the organizations. It seems that hackers are fully aware of the defense mechanisms that are being implemented by enterprises. We believe that in 2022, we'll continue to see the same trend, which suggests that the number of attacks will increase, as well as the sophistication and the success rate of those attacks is going to increase in parallel. In order to mitigate that, we recommend our customers to implement multi-layer defense mechanisms, which would include perimeter, networking measurements, as well as endpoint detection.
Attackers will continue to embrace artificial intelligence to evade detection. Artificial intelligence and machine learning took the security market by storm during the past 5 years. 2022 will see models within security software further attacked using adversarial techniques and those outputs put in use in malware that rewrites itself to evade detection. Novel proof of concept attacks and adversarial code generation will be published. 2021 saw great improvements in artificial intelligence code generation tools such as GitHub Copilot. Attackers will analyze these models and find embedded security flaws or create flaws that get trained into the model and exploit them when automated code is generated and released. State-sponsored bad actors will continue their efforts to surveil and probe supply chains for points of weakness in 2022. 24/7 monitoring to identify breaches early, combined with immediate containment efforts, is the best way for companies to counter these attacks. Engaging a managed detection and response service provider is a great option for those companies that lack sufficient in-house security capabilities. Traditional security vendors will start getting into crypto security, reviewing code, smart contracts, and richer productized crypto project security assessments. As 2021 saw some massive hacks due to poor logic or flaws in various crypto code bases. CISOs will increasingly recognize that simply deploying the latest tool that promises to shave seconds off detection times won't improve their security postures. Early detection doesn't help if an organization's SecOps and IT teams can't execute the workflows around containing a breach. Companies should look for service provider partners to help them improve their overall security maturity. The shortage of seasoned, top-tier cybersecurity professionals will continue as stress-related burnout causes many to leave the field. CISOs will need to address this situation by tackling workload and workplace issues to reduce attrition, or by engaging a service such as managed detection and response that employs experts to supplement their diminished staff. It's highly likely in 2022 there will be more colonial pipeline style attacks that disrupt critical supply chains and infrastructure. Preparing and practicing comprehensive incident response plans will be critical for companies to quickly recover from such attacks.
Hello, IT leaders. I'm Khalid Raza, founder and CEO of Graphene Networks. Here are my 3 predictions for 2022. Prediction number 1, the industrialization of the internet. As more communication is happening machine to machine, and this machine to machine communication would be at times carrying healthcare data, manufacturing as a service data. This requires a much more reliable, secure, and private internet. My second prediction is about service economy. As we're moving from selling products to selling services, most business leaders would want a consistent feedback loop and interaction with their customers and partners. This requires, again, as IT leaders, to plan for building this massive scale delivery network for our customers rather than few IT sites connected. My third prediction is about machine learning and AI. For decades, we've built static networks. What is driving is the smart learning network. This network will adapt to the needs of business rather than IT dictating of predictable fixed topology networks. So in conclusion, the three things that I see happening in 2022, the industrialization of the internet, heading towards as a service to deliver our product, and finally, machine learning and intelligent network rather than static networks. Thank you very much.
Hi there, this is Yang Li from Kiligence. I'm the co-founder and the CTO of the company, and we provide big data and cloud analytics services and products. Talking about predictions into the year 2022, I believe we'll see a new kind of database benchmark, which has a focus on cost instead of just performance. It's pretty straightforward because all resources you can buy in the cloud, and theoretically that's unlimited. So whatever performance you want, if you have money, you will get it in the end in the cloud with a modern scalable database. So in that sense, comparing just performance is meaningless. So instead, a lot of our customers, their real need is given a business SLA, service level agreement, they want the cheapest solution in the cloud. So it does not care which cloud vendor, which database technology, be it Spark SQL or Presto or ClickHouse. They just want to know, say, I have 1 billion rows and it's incremental daily. I want it to get ingested like in an hour. The average, say 90% response time I want is under 3 seconds, and the maximum can no longer be 10 seconds. So given these constraints, what is the cheapest solution? So that will be an interesting exploration benchmark to run. And I bet we'll see more of this kind. And this also opened up another rethinking of the cloud database architecture that given all the main resources like CPU memory, disk, I/O, storage, network, these are all comparable in terms of money. So the trade-offs between these resources now is very quantified and measurable. So let's say Kiligence has a focus on pre-computation, which trades storage for time. That is, we will have more ingestion costs in terms of pre-computation and the storage. And in return, we have a much lower cost per query at the query time. So is that trade-off valuable? Maybe yes, because in the cloud, storage is much, much cheaper comparing to the computation resource. Another prediction. I believe we'll see a new data ecosystem where every normal people can create his or her own data as a product very easily in the cloud. So that is to say, if I am no technical guy, but just an economy expert, I can log on to a data market, getting connected with perhaps an agriculture data set from a US data expert, and another manufacturing data asset provided from a maybe China expert, and I connect these two with my unique insight. I can create a data set predicting the trend of Bitcoin prices, for example. And that data set may be valuable, and I can publish it into the data market for others to consume. So I call this micro data innovation loop. And that will be able to done by just normal people. So that is to say, with big data and cloud tools, they will be very simple and ready and cheap to use for every normal people. Data democracy will come true. So in that world, everyone will become a data consumer as well as a data producer. and thousands of millions of these data players do live in the ecosystem, and perhaps everyone can benefit from it.